Going back in the water. It's time for us to sail. Well, we got a lot of other things to do, but we're gonna sail very soon.
For better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn.
Well, it's Sunday. We've been in the boatyard for a couple days and there is just a ton happening on the boat. Erica's super busy, just as busy as I am, trying to bust out a bunch of videos that we can kind of surplus and keep WEsail nonstop while we cross the Pacific. And at the moment, she's actually doing one of the many trips of provisioning. So she's out getting a bunch of stuff that we need, stocking the boat, and the guys are hard at work right now on the bottom. They're, even on a Sunday, they're just non-stop, man. I love it. And I am gonna take care of one of the major things that we need to do while out of the water. Same thing we did on the old boat. We got to replace the emergency escape hatches. These guys have been recalled. If you didn't know or don't remember, these have been recalled. They need to be replaced. This glass has been known to pop out, so it's really kind of a dangerous thing. Both of these have been reinforced so that won't happen, but they still leak. So I cut them out and replace them with new units that we've been sent. So that's one of the main things today. So these things, I gotta go. Boom, bye. One down.
So I'm going to be helping out Warren today because we only have a couple more days of being on the hard. And I have a job of sanding the props. We need to get the anti-foul off. We've had a lot of buildup on our props, and so we're going to sand those off. And then we're going to coat those with an anti-foul specifically for metal, and hopefully have a little less buildup than we have currently on these bad boys. And then meanwhile, Warren's doing this.
Yep. All right, well, I've taken all the bolts off of here, so this is basically how it lives, or it lived. So it's interesting, yep, just like the old one. It did not take much effort at all to do that.
Damn. Terrifying.
That's the problem right there, severed sealant. And those things were popping out like that at sea. Luckily, the jobs were just getting knocked down left and right. From the prop painting to the yard guys finishing the bottom paint that we were oh so bummed that we weren't allowed to do ourselves. Not that we had much leftover time between everything else we were trying to complete ourselves, but we were doing almost as good a job of checking things off the list as we were at making a mess. Okay.
Looking good.
Oh, it's looking great.
Yes.
Yeah, this is really exciting. She's looking so good.
Right?
Yep. We're
Right.
feeling good. We're feeling great.
We're moving off the boat. No, actually, we weren't allowed to stay on the boat here.
Not
on
at
the
this
hard,
yard.
At this yard. And when we moved yards after the whole kerfuffle,
Debacle.
we needed to find a place ASAP to stay. And luckily,
This wonderful, wonderful
yes,
woman.
Kat here, who
We love you,
basically
thank
kind
you.
of runs Marina La Cruz and the kids club and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
does some wonderful things with the orphanage too.
Yeah, I mean, she does all the things.
She's great.
So she opened their doors to us, and
they put us-
Mike
put
at
us up.
WEsailing, and
Yep,
they put
thank
us
you
up for
both.
the next couple days. So
Yep.
that's kind of where we're hanging out for the next few nights, as
Very, very comfortable.
while the boat is out.
Well, let's go get some food.
Okay.
Good night, boat. Yeah. Hoo-hoo. Good morning, everybody. All right. We are doing great. We are really moving down the list. They've gotten the bottom paint done for the most part, maybe a few little touch-ups. I got the metal back from the welder, and I am super pleased. His welds are all really, really clean and very professional, and it's really exactly what I wanted. So all I need to do is mark up where the holes need to go and re-drill and re-tap a few of the holes, and then I can remount these. And I am really looking like I'm at the end of my list of the crucial things that had to happen while we were out of the water. There's plenty to do over the next week once we splash. But the crucial things that had to happen while we're out of the water are done for the most part. I got to finish the servicing of our outboard and put back in the steering arms. And boy, we're just about ready to go. So I think we'll get back in the water later today or even tomorrow morning. So moving. Love it. All right, honey. Today is our splash day. Finally.
Well, we've only honestly been on the hard for about 5 days. but-
It's 7 exactly today. It's 2
Friday.
days.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
2 days longer than we expected, but
Right.
we got a lot of work done, and we let her dry an extra day because we had put on 3 coats rather than 2, so it's all good. But we go back in
Yeah.
today.
We got
Just
everything
moving.
else done that we needed to as far as the boat goes. Anything else for that matter? It's
We have still a long list, but
pushed down the list.
yeah, but we can do that while we're in the water.
So.
Let's go.
Working so hard.
I know, we really are. It's gonna be great though. We'll reap the rewards soon. Boat yards are typically one of the messiest places on planet Earth, and we could not wait to get ourselves out of this place and back to the relative cleanliness of the anchorage.
Going back in the water. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, babe.
All right, we're going back in the water. Everything is done. The bottom paint is finished. The steering props are in. The props are clean. The lights are in. The
We're in good shape.
transducer.
Some would say ship shape.
Yeah, now it's time for us to sail. Well, we got a lot of other things to do, but we're gonna sail very soon.
I'm okay. Okay,
What are
so
you worried about? There's no water in our engine?
there's no water in our engines, and that's somewhat common. I mean, it got completely dry because it sat out, you know, dry, and it's having a hard time sucking it up. So I'm gonna figure out what the heck is going on. So that's
Meanwhile, another boat's coming in. So I'm gonna put just two.
Okay.
I don't know if they're coming in or going.
I don't know, but they should have moved us over there. Interesting. We'll see what happens here.
I'm gonna grab some buoys. Okay.
So of course we do check everything that we've done, and I did notice that we have some water in some weird spots. If you can see this is just on the floor,
this is
and it drips from up there.
right here.
Right. And
That's from washing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So that's cool. But what, for real, this is dry, which is where the transducer is.
Oh, nice.
The
Good
other
work.
plugs, they're all dry. The not plugs, but the through holes that we added, they're dry.
Okay,
So
that's a good sign.
the hole's in good shape.
Yeah, this drips. This has happened.
Yeah,
I
okay.
noticed that.
One more place that's really weird. Let's go over to all power bowl.
Okay, pardon me. Excuse me. Messy boat at the moment.
So I pulled this lid here to see, and look, there's a bunch of water. This whole thing is wet. You can see where it's dry and then wet again. So water has come down onto this floor, probably from up above, very similar to how it did on the other side. And there's just a few drops of water in here.
Where?
I don't know. Very strange, man.
So bizarre.
So bizarre.
But the most important is the through holes, yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
100% dry.
And everything's dry. Now let's fix problem
motors. Okay.
numero uno.
I gotta put on my work shorts again. You're gonna not want to film. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, just turn it off. We're kind of just priming the system since it was so dry. It should pull in the water self-priming, but that doesn't always happen. So I've got this reservoir full of water, so it should prime the pump. So go ahead and start the motor, and I'll be down here to feed it at least this much, and we'll see if that works.
Got it. Here I go.
Okay, thanks.
It started off and then it stopped.
Interesting. Well, all right, it's not working. I may have to just pull the impellers, I think. Shoot! All right. Oh boy, that's tight. Boy, from here it looks like it's in good shape, really. It looks like it's in great shape, actually. Shoot. Oh, maybe not. I'm going to pull it, find out. There we go. Okay. There it is. There we go. Hot in here, man. Wow. I'm getting blasted by the sun. All right, honey, how about you grab the water bucket and let's start this thing up. It's working. I can see it. Okay, one down, one to go. Hopefully it's the same problem. I'm just really surprised that, well, I'll do the same thing I did on that one. clean out the intake, replace the impeller, and hopefully that does it. Let's see. Okay, okay.
Bueno?
We are good. Let's get the heck off the dock and out to sea, which is where we want to be.
Hey,
All right,
we're off the dock.
here we go.
Okay.
Woo! Something I'm very excited about.
I'm very excited about this, although I look like a wreck because it was a pretty wrecky situation here, getting back in the water. But we're back in the water and we're gonna drop the hook. Woo! It feels so good. Let's do this.
What do you think?
Yeah, it feels good.
Okay. Here.
We're in. We get off the hard beer. So, how do you feel about all of that?
I don't feel good about all that, that's for sure. We definitely should have checked everything before we left. I was missing the control that let me know where my rudder was at, and so I thought I had lost rudder control, and given all the work that we'd done, it's possible.
Yeah.
And then the dinghy wasn't pulled up all the way, and so it caught and flipped over, and that's embarrassing. So no, I don't feel great about it, but it's a learning lesson. Just check everything, which is what I'm going to do as soon as I finish my beer.
Okay.
And I hope they're ice cold.
One for you. One for me. You know what? I have a new category. It's not Captain's Hour. It's Captain Shit Show Hour.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
That was.
It was as if it was our first time in the water.
Yep. Amateurs. You know what I think it is?
Don't know.
We have a lot in our heads, a lot going on, a lot
And
to do.
they did rush us out of the marina. They had other boats to lift at the exact same time.
Yeah.
And we got stuck on the fuel dock, and then the fuel dock wanted it open for people, you know, and that's fair, but man, we were rushing. We should never let that happen.
Yeah. When you're ready,
Then you go.
then you go.
Alrighty, everyone. Thank you guys for watching.
Yep,
Follow
we're the
along
middle
next
one.
week for an especially
Yeah.
packed episode where so much happens.
Okay, I'm off.
We get a dock slip to help ease all the final projects and provisioning. I leave the boat in Erica's capable hands and actually walk to San Diego, no lie, where I shop for a used downwind sail amongst a slew of other final items we need. All while Erica and Tanner greet our second crew at the airport.
How are you?
Then
Section.
bang out another
That
round of
way.
shopping, this time for the most important items, of course. I walk back to Mexico, this time with a ton more baggage than my initial trek over. We all get right to work checking off final repairs, organizing preventative maintenance issues, and final upgrades. We take full advantage of the local cruising community and squeeze in a few free seminars that are offered locally. Anything on passage making, weather predicting, safety, or anything else that makes us a little safer or more comfortable during our upcoming journey. And with a little help from our local friends, we even put together our own little meet and greet seminar.
We do try to share, like Kat was saying, we are pretty transparent. We try to share.
Warren's like on a schedule. He's like, we can do this 2 years, let's go.
Finally, wrapping it all up with a goodbye beach bonfire, where we say adios to all the other cruisers and new friends we had made over the last few weeks while in town. It was a hell of a way to wrap up this chapter in our lives, and a blast for us all.
There you go.
Cheers, you guys, and thanks for tuning in.